Hi again, welcome to our channel, The Turner's Flip Side. And today I'm going to show you what a creative, messy kitchen looks like. So in this video, instead of having everything already prepared in little bowls set out so that I could just create the recipe for you, I'm starting from my messy creative kitchen just to show you what happens when I wake up and really want to be creative. I go and I purchase all the vegetables and whatever I need. As you can see here on my cutting board, I've got all these beautiful, colorful vegetables. The peppers and the avocado and the kale and the jicama over there. And then I just go to work and then I clean later. So here we're looking at some other vegetables, some zucchini, cucumber, red pepper, and onion that I'll use in some other dishes that I'm preparing. I get my inspiration for my vegan dishes from this really famous vegan chef. His name is Dan McDonald. Daryl shared his information with me about 10 years ago. So I wanted to try one of his really delicious looking recipes. It's a vegan taco. And so here you see I have some walnuts and some other ingredients. That's turmeric. And I'm going to use the walnuts to make a vegan taco meat. And then I'm going to use pistachios using his recipe to make a vegan cheese. So the truth of the matter is I've been cooking like all morning and I've already made a lot of the sauces and so forth, and I've actually created the meat and the cheese for the taco. But it occurred to me that it might be a good idea for me to just share what the kitchen looks like when you're really being creative and using a lot of bowls and spoons and having things all over the place that you use in handy locations. So here you're going to look at some of the vegan dishes that I've already prepared. I have actually 2 sauces, and then this is just a carrot dish that I actually had something like this at a restaurant here, and it tasted so good I had to try it. I actually cook by taste a lot of the time. So these are just carrots and thinly sliced onions and a serrano pepper in a vinegar marinade. And it has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's very tasty. And you just let the vegetables marinate overnight, and it's delicious. They're not cooked, crunchy, and very tasty. And then this one is a red pepper sauce. I used a red pepper and just a couple of 3 or 4 little cherry tomatoes, and then some other seasonings, some cilantro and maybe a little onion. And I blended it in a pepper. I think I used a jalapeno pepper, and I blended it up to this little nice spicy salsa. And then here, this is pretty simple. It's just tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and jalapeno pepper, all chopped up to make a nice little chunky salsa mix. And for my sweetener, I usually use liquid monk fruit or liquid stevia, no sugar. I also want to put together like a little nacho platter using the zucchini, sliced zucchini and the jicama as the chips, and then use the meats and cheeses and guacamole over that. So for my vegan taco, I'm going to use the large leaf romaine lettuce, wash and dry that off really good. And then we're just going to start filling it with all the goodies. So here you can see my vegan cheese. I used a half a cup of pistachio nuts with a half a cup of nutritional yeast and blended it into a really nice powdery cheese. So for my meat, I used like a cup of walnuts, and I added a seasoning, some spices, cumin, salt and pepper, and I use smoked paprika, and I added a little bit. That's Dan McDonald's recipe. It's delicious. And then I just added a little teriyaki, just a little bit of teriyaki sauce, and I added some chipotle pepper seasoning and another pepper to my mix to give it more of a chipotle smoky teriyaki taste. It's delicious. Okay, so let's get ready to put this baby together. So we'll start out with a nice, clean, dry romaine lettuce leaf. And then we're just gonna go ahead and fill it up, fill it with some of the vegan meat. And when you're spooning it in, you do want to be conscious. You have a tendency to want to put a lot of it in there, but you want to be conscious of the amount, because you want to make sure that you can kind of fold it over once you get it filled. So as you can see, I'm portioning mine out here, trying to spread it out evenly. So I'm getting ready to add some red pepper, the red pepper salsa. And listen, full disclosure, I made this recipe 3 or 4 days ago and put the tacos together, ate a couple of them, served some to my friend who loved it. My husband had a couple of them before I realized that I hadn't filmed how to put the dish together, how to put the taco together. So that's why you only see a little bit of the sauce and a little bit of the salsa left in the bowls, because we've eaten most of it up already. Delicious. So next I'm going to, like I said, I spread the red pepper salsa, and then I'm going to add this this like chunky tomato salsa on top of that. Just spread it out to what you like. And then I enjoy olives, so I'm going to add a few olives to my dish, and I like all kinds of olives, so I put the green olives and the black olives on mine. This is optional. This is not Dan's recipe. I just embellished his delicious recipe. So as you can see, I'm adding the black olives. And then the other day I had an avocado, and I took some slices of avocado and placed them on there. And if you don't have the salsa, you could actually just use the meat a sauce, some avocado slices, some tomatoes, some cherry tomato slices, and then sprinkle on this wonderful cheese. But as you can see, I did it a little differently. I used the sauces and the salsa, and added some olives, and then I sprinkle the cheese on. And with this, I forgot to add the avocado, but the other day I added avocado slices, or you can put guacamole on there. I also make guacamole, and I spread some of that on there.
This is so good. This is like live food. It's fresh. This is good. Okay. Peace out. And enjoy the rest of this.
This is a little information about Dan McDonald called Dan the Man. And if you want to know more information about him, just IM me and I'll send you a link to his website. And if you want to know more about the recipes or why we do what we do, IM me on Instagram, Facebook, or this venue, and I'll get back with you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.